epidemic of opinion being accepted as fact in the world, or the news, the world, how it's running rampant.
From the Big Island of Hawaii, welcome to Aloha Speaks, home of Malama Aloha Pono by Alexander Noman, offering relief for all relationships with a focus on anger assessment and resolve.
Aloha. Alex here, once again with Aloha Speaks. And this video happens to be inspired by having checked in with the news this morning. I was previously to that thinking about what was important for me this day, as usual. And that in its own self can be a slippery slope, because there's always one thing that is at the top of the priority list of important, and that is, you could say, well-being, happiness, that state of peace. And it can seem to be elusive, while in reality it is ever present. And when so this slippery slope that was encountered when peeking at the news is this it seems to be like an epidemic of opinion being accepted as fact in the world, or the news, the world, how it's running rampant. It has no basis in actual fact. Opinion just being thrown out there, just something being said, and all of a sudden it's taken as fact. That, on its as it goes on, results in disharmony, division, and outright upset. I mean, different words could be used, but that's the result of this practice that's going on. It's nothing new. It's basically been going on since the beginning of what? The beginning of what? The beginning of ever since entered the mind. So, what am I to do with it? When it all of a sudden I'm looking at it, the benefit for me, the only benefit that I can do, that it can function for me, is to use it as a mirror, because I can't do it. What can I do? Go out there in the world? You people should not be doing this. No, that's ridiculous. Instantly place it as a mirror. A mirror. Because that's what I do. there's this thing. The name of this video is called My Truth versus Truth. Originally it was going to be My Truth versus The Truth. I dropped the, just truth, truth. My Truth, and I call it Myality. I combined the words my with reality. Myality versus reality. Opinion versus fact. Never the twain shall meet. They're not. See, I hear it from people. It's like, well, that's my truth. That's my truth. And it's taken as if that's the truth. Well, it's my truth, so that's the truth. That has nothing to do with truth. It's like, well, since it's my truth, that's just the way it is. But that's not the way it is. It has nothing to do with the way it is, because the way it is. Just because it's my truth, my reality, myality, that's opinion. That's just a perception. It's fogged, it's filtered, it's judged. It has judgment to it. It has assumptions to it. It has histories of inputs from other people and institutions and all kinds of junk thrown in from ever since I was born. It's full of stuff. It doesn't have anything to do with the is. So I can use what is bothering me looking at the world and just go, yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. It's causing division, disharmony, and outright upset in me when I feel those things. Because in the last video I was talking about that feeling, getting in touch with that feeling instead of being in touch all the time with the thinking. Finally getting in touch with what I'm feeling, because that's more in touch with truth. If being very careful, because like I said, slippery slope here, especially for someone like me that admits my challenges. It's always a slippery slope, but the thing that's closer to reality, thank goodness, because Socrates, okay? How long ago was that? And I know thyself. Instantly, that's like, and yet, when I did a deep dive on him, how many years ago was that? Long before I was born. And yet, I found out he saw that inscribed in rock. That apparently there was inscriptions from 9 men from long before he was born. That he got that, know thyself, from an inscription. So, this dates, and it's so simple. And the know thyself instantly wants to go, oh, up here, no. This can't know. This cannot. The thinking, because the reality, truth, this thing, truth, is singular. It's not true and false. The only thing that is singular is not here, it's in my heart. That residence of the infinite. Infinite. Infinite? That's impossible to comprehend with this. It just is. It's impossible. Since it exists, I cannot exist without it in me. Am I to not be able to get in touch with it? That's ridiculous. That way is to feel. To feel. I was not even intending this video to go this way, but that's the reality. Truth is a feeling and not thinking my way into peace. It's not. The disharmony. I'll tell you, I can use my thinking. I can to think my way out of the disharmony. Not completely out of it. That's impossible. But to realize that's not reality. I can definitely be clear with this thinking thing that opinion, I could use this and see that opinion, my opinion, is not fact. It's so beautiful to use a mirror instead of a finger. The finger. Mirror. As always, aloha. And to close, clicking on the thumbs up icon supports Aloha Speaks, as well as clicking on the free subscribe tab. Mahalo.